My screen okay? Awesome. All right, so we are Team Alabama, and we're here to bid on the Fresenius Fulfillment Center in Knoxville, Tennessee. A little bit about our team. We've got
I'm Austin Winslow.
Tucker Winfrey, Forrest Vaughn, Ben Stafford, and I'm Catherine Ellis. So Forrest is going to talk to you a little bit about our project overview.
Okay, so to jump into things, this is just an overview of this whole project. It's a 614 square foot warehouse with offices throughout. Our price for this project is going to be around $38 million. That's including the contingency. We picked out a few key players in this project, and we picked these key players due to the sheer amount that they're going to have to do. Like concrete, they have the slab on grade as well as the exterior walls. This project is going to take about 15 months to complete. So now I'm going to jump into the design overview just to give a little broad spectrum. So these are the design factors that we decided to go with to give you the building that is durable, that is what you want, and it's worth what you're paying for. So now I'm going to give it to Katie, and she's going to talk about how we approached this project with these design factors.
Okay, so for this project, we really looked at 5 core aspects. We looked at the core values of Fresenius, specifically the reliability, your collaborative, and your proactive. So we tried to figure out how to have those interact with the design and construction of this building. We also looked at the feasibility of the design and the durability of those materials. And we tried to figure out where there were any areas that we could identify to add additional value to this building. Most importantly, we checked out your owner priorities, what we needed to do for this building to make sure that we deliver a product that is up to your standards. Tucker's going to talk a little bit more about what those key priorities are.
Thank you, Katie. So looking at our key priorities, our top priority is to honor the contract and the specifications required. With that being said, what we are going to deliver in a timely and cost-efficient manner is a tempered, stable warehouse with minimal fluctuation in both humidity and temperature. It is important to us to keep your product safe so that you can continue to be a key player in the healthcare industry. This means we're going to prepare your building for any variable that may come about, be it power outage, fire, extreme weather conditions, etc. Next, I'd like to take a moment to go through our site plan and point out some key aspects. So you'll see on our site plan, I'm going to click around, hopefully you can see in the bottom left, we have an access road going around our entire building. This is going to increase your productivity with your trucks coming in and out, and that's going to give you a good start with having a productive workflow. So I'm going to take your eyes up to the top left by Q3. This is our receiving side. You'll see we have bays going across the top side of the receiving side for trucks to bring in material, as well as an office on the top side. Similarly, in the bottom left, I'm going to start at Q4. We have bays going across the shipping side and office dedicated to that side as well. And then lastly, in the bottom right by Q1, this is where our main office is, and then we have employee parking over there on the right. So if we go on to the next slide, this is where our utilities are going to come into the building. So looking at the bottom left-hand section, you'll see we have our electrical, gas, and water lines coming in. And you'll notice we have a fire suppressant going around the entire building. This is important because the city water is not sufficient enough, so it will need to be boosted in order to be applicable to the building. And we also have a couple different entry points just due to the sheer size of this building. Next, I'm going to let Austin kind of break down the elevations of our building.
Thank you, Tucker. So like Tucker said, these are some elevation views of our building. Oh, there we go. Some elevation views of our building. In the top left, this is our main office view. This is an area that your employees are going to come in every day. The parking right there. We incorporated some curtain walls there to allow for natural lighting into the office space to keep the morale for those workers, as well putting some branding right there so that everyone can see the company logo and feel the pride for working for Fresenius. I'd like to point out in the top right, if I can annotate it, we have this door that we've included. Katie will talk about that a little bit later and why it is an important asset for your company. But just wanted to make a note that here visually. Throughout the building all around, we've put in curtain walls so to let in natural light for the warehouse space so that those workers can get a better morale and more comfortable vibe as they're working in the warehouse.